Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. This evening I thought I would share with you my currently inked pens. I did select basically yellows and blues or oranges and blues. So what I have in here in my TWSBI Eco Medium nib is the Ockerman Deepwater Blue. In my TWSBI Eco 1.1 stub nib, I have Noodler's 54th Massachusetts. And in my Opus 88 broad nib, I have Iroshizuku's Kujaku. And I have really been enjoying all these combinations. Here I've written on the Cosmo Airlight. I thought we would do a little swatching, and then I'll show you the writing on my new Tomoe River, the Sanzen Tomoe River. So let's just do a little swatching. Let's start with the Ockerman Deepwater Blue. This is a great blue. I've talked about it before, but I'm very happy with this purchase. And one of the reviews had said that it's, excuse me, a good ink for lots of kinds of pens. And I had originally bought it to work well with my Kujaku sport pens, and it has done really well in those. It's a beautiful blue. It's I mean, every color is beautiful in its own way, but I like this shade of blue. I kind of think of blue jeans. It's called Deepwater Blue, so a deep oceany, like cold water is what I think of. And then the TWSBI Eco 1.1 has the Noodler's 54th Massachusetts. And this is an unusual blue, also very enjoyable, but it's funny because sometimes it looks very pale, and other times I get a deeper color like I am here. So it just varies according to the paper. And here it almost, they have a very similar look, don't they? Maybe just slightly, yeah, maybe deeper here. That I've never really noticed that before, because on the paper they do look quite different, but in the swatching I'm seeing different colors. And then as it dries, you can see how it's kind of drying lighter. It actually seems to have like a pinkish undertone that I'm not sure I've noticed before. Maybe I have, and I just didn't record it in my long-term memory. And then, of course, the Kujaku is just a wonderful bright ink. This is, it's peacock is the translation, and it certainly looks like the color you would see on a peacock. When I had my Sailor Pro Gear Slim nib worked on, the guy from Pen Realm told me that the Kujaku, not the Kujaku, but the Iroshizuku inks were really good for a variety of pens, and he felt like they worked well in the Sailor. So yeah, there is a lot of pink sheen showing forth here when the light hits it just right. So I want to just kind of experiment and compare how a Q-tip swatch of these colors looks on this paper versus here. Now that this is more dry, I'm hoping you can see, but I don't know, but there's just a really pretty sheen to the 54th Massachusetts. And then maybe you can see the little border of pinkish shimmer on the Kujaku. Some on the lettering and numbers. Let's start with the Deepwater Blue. I'll try to just do a nice little square swatch like I did on the Cosmo Air. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you can get the nice richness of this color. It is so pretty. I would almost call it like midnight sky or something looking at that. It's such a saturated, lovely color. I really like that. Okay, now we're going to try the 54th Massachusetts. Again, it goes on very, very dark, much more dark than it seems to dry. But that makes sense, doesn't it? Because I'm swatching and we don't write that way. This is one of those inks I am working through quite well. It's maybe a third to a halfway empty. No hurry on that, but you know, there's always that thing where you just want to try a new one. But look at those, don't even look like the same ink. That is really funny to me. So I find this very nice to write on, but it seems like it just doesn't have the same elements in it that show off the ink's characteristics. We could see when it dries a little more. And then this is looking much more dark here. Maybe I applied it more thickly. They kind of look like they belong together. They look like a similar tone. This looks like the writing. The swatching seems lighter to me. Not getting any of the sheen there. And here I'm seeing a little bit of the sheen showing up. Maybe let's go ahead and write with them, and then we'll wrap it up. I didn't think to do that ahead of time, but look at my hands. What a mess. Something is, oh, I don't think it's leaking. I think I just got it messy doing the swatching. So we'll just write here, Opus 88, broad. This flows out of here nice and wet. There's the pooling. It's very satisfying. And this combination I really liked. By the way, this yellow transparent is so fun. In certain lighting, or if it's in a case, it almost looks like it glows. Okay, so now we have the TWSBI Eco 1.1. This is such a fun way to write. Isn't that funny though? Those do not, I mean, this just looks more blue-grayish. This has more dimension to it. It doesn't seem really like the same ink. But that's a great combination. I have so much fun writing with that. Your hand just doesn't get tired. You could write forever with that flow. It's amazing. And then here's the medium. Comes out very wet. Whoopsie. Can't quite spell. Probably can't see that, but there is, it's finer, but there is that like gushiness, the, I don't know, pooling of ink in certain places. That's probably not the right terminology, but I'm so glad that I came across this ink. It's really been good all-purpose ink, and just kind of a nice blue, but also kind of a standard color too. I hope that was fun and interesting to you. I like seeing what people are using and what combinations, and I thought that I would share the ones that I'm using right now. Hope you're doing well, and we will talk to you again soon. Take care.